who can destroy a thing has the real control of it.
Okay, so my sleeping schedule's kind of fucked up because like the time changed and I can't sleep. So Dune video this. Anyways, it's been about a whole week since I've seen Dune, and yes, I'm a little bit late to this, so this is my late review of Dune Part 2. But I've really been sitting on this film, like my thoughts, for like a whole week now, because I didn't really know how I was gonna approach this film. Like I didn't really know what I was gonna talk about, but after a week of sitting on my thoughts, I think I know how to talk about this film. And I gotta say, as much as people were hyping this film up to be, it honestly lived up to the hype. From like a spectacle standpoint to like a story standpoint, it was generally one of those films that you can honestly rewatch over and over, that you're probably gonna have to rewatch twice or three times to fully understand the film, because it was a lot, and I mean a lot, to unpack in the film. If you haven't seen the first part of Dune, you might be hella confused, but at the same time, not really. And I was one of those people who didn't actually watch Dune Part 1, mostly because when I tried to, it kind of bored me. And most people were telling me to wait till part 2, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna wait till part 2. But the only reason I went to go see part 2 was because my friend, he really wanted to go see the film. We didn't get to watch it in IMAX, we got to watch it in XD, but it was really such a spectacle. Like the film in the beginning, it starts off a little bit slow, but then towards the middle, it starts to pick up pace, and towards the end, it is really good. The final battle of the film, I really wish it was slightly longer, but I really enjoyed that, between the Emperor's forces and between the Freeman. It was really damn entertaining. Also, Timothy Jalan, whatever his name is, as Paul Atreides, totally killed it. I really got like Anakin Skywalker vibes from Paul Atreides, and I know that's been done to death. Like people have been comparing the two, but honestly, you can kind of see the resemblance. And yes, Dune inspired Star Wars, so like you will see a lot of like if you've seen Star Wars, only seen Star Wars, you will see like a lot of like references to like how Star Wars got inspired by Dune, because Dune is literally the inspiration for Tatooine, along with so many other sci-fi stuff. Like it is like the comparison between Paul and Anakin is, yeah, it's there. Like people have pointed out the obvious. I won't talk about it any longer, but yeah, I really like this character. Paul starts off from this humble man who rejects the prophecy of the Messiah, of the Freeman, to embracing the Messiah type of figure, the prophet, the Muad'Dib, the one to start the jihad, the revolution against the empire, to bring humanity into its needs, was really fascinating. And Zendaya's character, like being against like the Messiah, saying you are not the Messiah, was mostly kind of a coping mechanism, because she did not want to lose him to Paul, and she knew what was going to happen if he went down that route, that she would leave him and abandon him on Arrakis, on Dune, because with the Messiah, with the prophecy, she is a part of it, and once you are a part of it, it's gonna end with the deaths of millions, billions, even trillions of lives. And towards the end of the film, we ultimately got that, which was really fascinating. I do want to talk about the Freeman in the film. They were fantastic, really fantastic. As far as the characters go, honestly good. The villain of the film, I mean, I forgot his name. Like there was a lot of stuff like I honestly forgot, but I'm probably gonna have to rewatch the film. The villain, the bald guy, I forgot of the Beast's nephew or whatever the case is. Pretty cool. I really like the fighting arena in the film, where it goes from like this black and white type of planet with the black sun. That was really cool. Visually and spectacularly, it was really cool. Like me and my friend were just like staring at each other in theater and saying, yeah, go fight him. And that was pretty cool. Like the swordplay in the film, really good. And honestly, I didn't know they used guns in this universe, because my friend told me that they don't use firearms because shields are so developed. But when they started using like laser guns, I'm like, huh, okay, so I guess guns do exist. But I'll probably have to watch part 1 just to like fully understand what happens. So I might be missing a lot of context clues, but yeah, the film overall really good. As far as the other characters, yeah, it was pretty cool. It was honestly a pretty solid film. Towards the end, I generally love the third act of the film, like when their final battle, when they're in the Emperor's throne room, and where Paul Atreides declares himself as the Messiah, where he embraces the prophecy, was probably the best part of Dune Part 2, and I really cannot wait for Dune Messiah. After watching the film, I actually want to go ahead and spoil myself to go on YouTube to like find out what happens, because I'm not gonna wait like 3-4 years for like part 3 or to go read the books, which are like pretty long. I'm gonna be honest, Dune lore gets insane, like insane. There's a worm god, there's like future foresight, there's like, I don't know. I tried understanding the Dune lore, but I didn't want to spoil too much, but I think I did. And yeah, Dune lore goes absolutely hard, and Dune Messiah, you know what's crazy? The fact that Paul Atreides is not even the main character of Dune. Like, when I found that out, I was honestly in shock. So the more and more I think about it, the more I'm really excited for the sequel of Dune Messiah to see what's gonna happen. Am I gonna read the books? Maybe. I might, just because I'm genuinely curious. But what I'm gonna do is watch part 1 of Dune and then go rewatch Dune Part 2 to fully enjoy it. But that's just my quick take on Dune Part 2. Is it a masterpiece like people have been saying? Yeah, it is like the hypest thing since probably Oppenheimer. Would I recommend go to see it? Yes, absolutely. If you haven't seen it, go watch it in IMAX, because it is worth every cent in this film. The character, everything about it, so good. With that being said, yeah, that's just my quick thoughts on Dune Part 2. I probably rambled on a bit too long, but yeah, I'll catch you guys later. I got to go to work soon, so yeah, good night.